Hey. Okay. So there are a number of things going on in this show. This wall, the paintings on this wall were inspired by the work of the Uruguayan-born painter Joaquin Torres Garcia, who was born in 1874, died in 1949, and he had these great segmented paintings, and the segments all contained symbols from different parts of his life. And so I started to think, if I were going to do these segments, what would go in the segments? And so um, the paintings on this wall are kind of my response to that sort of prompt that I gave myself. I've been just the passage of time has been on my mind a lot, and this painting in particular kind of captures that. This is called Time. There's a couple of others down here that do a similar thing. This is called Life, and it sort of captures my idea of the progression of life. And it starts off. The squares around the perimeter are larger and get smaller and more complicated as it progresses, and as it progresses ultimately to this thing that we don't really know. Right? I would. This is called my body, and by isolating the parts of the body, I try to emphasize that these parts are kind of objects, and the body itself is an object, and I try to ask the question of what our relationship is to our own bodies, to this object that represents us. So the name of the show is Color and Mystery, and I think of it as exploring different kinds of mysteries. Um, this one is called Growing Up, and the one next to it is called Life of a Nation from the Bottom Up. And there are different kinds of mysteries. So the ones on this wall here, the mysteries here are more literal. So the figures in these paintings, my question is, what is their relationship to each other? And I'm very happy for the viewer to kind of supply that information on their own. I don't necessarily know the answers myself. The same is true on this wall. I think of this one, for example, as a writer, and this is a figure that he has imagined, but the viewer is of course free to draw their own conclusions. Similarly, the relationships and conversations happening in this one. This is called Words in a Bar. Are kind of left to the viewer's imagination, and as we go around the wall here, these are more abstract. Some of these are mysteries even to me, and so I'm wondering. These are images that come to mind, and I ponder myself what the meaning of these is or what they represent. But I find that my eye likes to play with them. So, for example, my eye kind of follows the lines that are created by the objects in the painting, which I think of as planets. Over here we have, I call this one the State of the Union, and it's my idea of how the different segments of the population in American society relate to one another, and the viewer can have their own ideas. This one, which I call Toward Oblivion, is also about the passage of time, and my kind of gut level response to the passage of time. Um, the mystery continues over on this wall where there are individuals, and I wonder who these individuals are, and I invite the viewer to have their own ideas about who these people are. So hence the title, Color and Mystery, and there you have it. I just wanted to thank everybody really from the bottom of my heart for coming out today, and it really means a lot to me for you to be here, and I'm very grateful to Blue Mountain Gallery for giving me this opportunity and letting me be part of this really wonderful group of painters. And I also, when I picked the day for the show, I did not realize that it would coincide with the march, which is where I'd be if I weren't here. So for people who peeled off from the march to come here, I greatly appreciate it, and I certainly great sign. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Go back to what you were doing. I just thank you. I really appreciate it. So all right, yeah, all right.